I'm Alicia Stirling, and I am here with Cassia, who is one of our lead reed pipes. And we are here at the beautiful Anton and Michelle's in Carmel. If you haven't been to this restaurant, you got to. It's gorgeous here. Anyway, they are such an amazing sponsor of this year's Monterey Peninsula Ballet Theater's Nutcracker, which will be at the Sunset Center on December 3rd through 5th. Cassia, how long have you been doing the Nutcracker?
I started, I want to say, in 2017 with the Dance Center's very first Nutcracker.
Nice.
So that was my very first time, and I've just been doing it since.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It is so amazing, isn't it? I mean, what roles did you play before?
Actually, my very first year, I was in the reed pipe corps.
Okay.
And so I was a reed pipe corps, and I was also a snow dust. So one of like the little mini snow parts. And ever since then, I always wanted to be, a snowflake, one of the larger snow roles, and also a reed pipe lead, and those are two of my roles this year.
Well,
which
there you
is
have it. My gosh,
incredible.
That is so cool. I love the fact that I hear when these kids get to do what they've always wanted to do. It's like that's such an incredible thing. So what year are you in high school?
I am a freshman.
Oh, you've got a few more years ahead of you here.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so this could be fun here. So let's say next year rolls around, which it will. What do you think of maybe calls out to you after this? Because now that you're playing the parts you've always wanted to play, what do you think of after this?
My dream role has always been Clara. And,
yeah.
If I ever have the chance to take on the role of Clara, I just want to do the role justice.
Yeah.
So Tia knows what she's doing when she
Yes.
casts these parts, and I don't know if that's a role in my future, but if so, then I hope that, I could be good enough
I
to...
love it. Well, you're young enough. You've got, it's like, that's really
Yeah.
cool. I mean, Claire's so amazing to watch
Yeah.
too. I mean, it's such a sweet thing that she goes through, and so I get it. Everyone kind of wants that Clara moment in their life. So I get that. So noted. But, so what do you think about, one of my favorite questions that I ask all the time is costumes. I love costumes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge fan. So, have you been fitted?
Yes, I got all of my costumes for this year, and they're stunning. They're
my gosh,
so
right?
beautiful. The reed pipe lead costume, because there are four of us leads, we actually have two of the costumes have more pink tones to them.
Okay.
And the other two are a little bit more on the orange side.
Oh,
and
cool.
mine has kind of like this peachy orange bodice.
Yeah.
And it has the lace and the jewels, and it's so pretty. It has these little like half sleeves.
Oh, I love that.
And I feel so elegant in the costume, and it really feels like I become the role when I put on the costume.
And that piece of music is so sweet. It is such I don't know, there's something about it that's just so, kind of puts you in that moment of the Nutcracker where you're just like in awe, and then you've got the little ones in your role, in your part as well, that are just so cute. But I'm so excited that you get to play that part. And now, you just said that you have a few costumes, so what other roles are you playing?
I am a snowflake and a flower as well.
Oh my gosh, you're busy. So you're going to be like throughout the whole show, you will see her definitely playing all the parts to make sure we can get through, Clara where she needs to go. But what do you think about character-wise, the differences between the characters that you're playing?
Yeah, I think between all of them, lead reed pipe is probably most similar to the flower.
Yeah.
Both parts are kind of softer. It's kind of that whimsical feel.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. Snow is equally as fun, but it's a very different, side. It's
kind of fierce,
it's sharper.
Yeah. It's like a fierce moment.
All of the arms and steps are very different, and I think it's really interesting to be able to portray those different, characters.
I mean,
and it all makes you a better, more well-rounded dancer.
Absolutely.
So.
And speaking of that, how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing since, I want to say I was 4.
Oh, little baby. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So you're a veteran basically in this whole thing. I mean, 4 years
I'd
old.
say so.
Did you start with ballet or did you start with other?
Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh.
think every little girl wants to be a ballerina.
Yes.
And so I
Yes.
started just thinking ballet was the coolest
It
and
is.
wanting to get on point. And so that's, really how it started out. I think I took some jazz.
Yeah.
And then I started going to the dance center when they opened. And I took a little bit of contemporary, tried a few other styles, but ballet is really what grabbed me.
What calls
And
to you.
that's really what I think I've progressed in the most, and I've really, worked the hardest in.
Oh,
And
I love that. Well, good. I'm so proud of you. I mean, and I've kind of been bringing up, I am very proud of you guys for working through this COVID thing and just being able to dance the way that you dance with the masks and everything. I give praise to you guys because that's a very hard thing to do. Ballet is extremely hard too because I think a lot of I'm not going to say a lot because you guys do so much, but the character that you're performing comes out in your face a lot too. So it's been really hard, I think, for you guys to be able to, try to portray those characters with the mask. So very excited that you get to come out and play these different characters now with hopefully things stay the way that they're going and we get to see your pretty faces all the time. After all is said and done with the Nutcracker, are you still going to be performing with team? Are you going to be doing a lot of different team dances?
Yeah, I am on senior ballet team.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And that we have a really interesting piece this year. It's a little bit more lyrical ballet.
Ooh,
and
nice.
so we're on point, but it's very different, and Tia's choreographed it all. It's amazing.
Oh, it's gonna
And
be
the other
beautiful.
dancers I'm with, I mean, I moved up to the senior ballet team this year, which is,
Congratulations.
thank you
That's
so
a big
much.
deal. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's a little bit intimidating because I'm now, like the youngest person
Yeah.
on the team, and I'm kind of, new
That's so
to, all of that. But it's so amazing, and we have a lot of dancers who are going to be graduating.
I know.
And
There's
so-
a lot of seniors this year. I was noticing
There's
that.
a
I was like,
lot.
oh my gosh. But
But
luckily,
they're all so talented, and it's so amazing to be able to dance with them for, this last year while they're here, and to, learn from watching them and dancing alongside them. So I'm doing that, and I also am doing a solo piece.
which one are you doing?
So I'm doing, it's Petrie's Entrance from Don Quixote.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
It's-
Don Quixote. I got to tell you, I love that ballet. Love it.
It's one of my absolute favorites.
Totally. So how exciting. Have you been working on it yet, or are you going to wait until
Yeah,
after?
I've learned the whole piece.
Oh,
I'm
good.
practicing it with Tia,
Oh.
and it has the fan. It has
I was
the
going to say,
attitude.
you got to have the props when you're doing that
Oh,
piece
yeah.
from Don Quixote. So, oh my gosh, what do you think about that?
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
It was one of my very first dances that I've done with a fan, and so it's really interesting. It's really different, and I
Yeah.
have to, learn how to maneuver that, and it's really supposed to be an extension of the arm.
Yeah.
Not to think of it as a prop as much, but as part of myself.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely an interesting thought process that goes along with it. But I love the piece so much.
It
and the
might also
music.
put you in a little preparation for Spanish, maybe in a couple years
We'll
or whatever.
see.
But that's so exciting. I'm so excited to see you guys go out there and dance again. It's just going to be great. So one of my favorite questions to ask of all of you is, everyone has a different feeling about the Nutcracker. Something about it that calls out to them every year. What is one of your favorite parts of the whole Nutcracker process? Like,
It's magical.
Yeah.
Literally everything about it is, there's so much beauty in it, and the storytelling, and that's the interesting thing about ballet, is that you're able to convey a whole message and storyline without the use of words. It's just your body. And I've done some theater. I love dancing, of course. I love singing and acting as well. And there's
good.
So there's this acting quality in ballet that I'm able to apply. And that's one of the things that I love about like the party scene, and
Yeah.
Clara's role especially is how much acting goes into it, and you
Oh,
need,
yeah.
you know, the stage presence for that, and it's pretty difficult, but
Yeah.
once you get it right, it is magical.
I do love that. I do love the fact that you guys can actually go out there and let people know exactly what you're feeling without having to say a word. And that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, that's not
Right.
something that we all inherently have. So, I mean, the acting abilities that you guys do have is remarkable. I love seeing that you can bring a character to life. And now you've got 3 characters to bring to life this particular Nutcracker.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot. And they're different. Like you said, Snow is fierce and you know, the flowers are very sweet and kind, and the reed pipe is going to be also very sweet and kind in that role. So I think it's going to be really cool to see all your different characters come out. I love that. Acting wise, do you have any? What are your goals after all is, you know, after you finish high school and all that fun stuff? What do you still want to continue dancing?
I do want to continue dancing. I really do love learning, and so school has, you know, my education has been a really big part of my life and growing up, and so I'm really interested in, you know, English, but also science, and there's so many different
Good.
aspects,
Yeah.
and I love that. So I do want to, you know, go to college, get a good education, but also dance, and I don't know if being, you know, a professional ballerina is the calling for me, but I've worked so hard in dance, and I do want to continue with it.
Well, and you'll
However,
have it forever, and that's the beauty of it. I mean, if you chose not to go the route of being a professional dancer, you'll always have the foundation of ballet with
Yeah.
you, and that's
Yes.
and that helps even in college, and it helps in everything that you do, because there's so much discipline and so much determination that goes into everything you do in ballet, and so it kind of helps in daily life. So it's
and
really
it's a really big, like, outlet for, you know, if you need to get out, like, emotions, or if you're just
Yes.
really struggling, dancing gets it all out. And I also love art, and so whether it's, you know, singing I talked about, or acting, or, you know, dancing is really what I do the most.
Yeah.
That's my creative outlet.
so great. Now, do you sing and dance? Or I know you dance, but do you sing also over at the dance center? Do you do any musical?
I haven't actually done
Theater?
any musical theater. I've done some theater with PAC Rep,
Okay.
Pacific Repertory
Yeah.
Theater, but because I have started taking more dance classes, and I joined team, and I started competing and doing Nutcracker and all of that, it's taken up so much
Oh,
time.
yeah,
It's
for
taken up my
sure.
weekends, so
Yeah.
that's not something I've been able to do as easily.
Yeah.
But I've done singing lessons.
Good.
I also play the cello, and so
my
I joined
gosh.
an orchestra,
Oh
which
my
has
God.
been
That's like a big deal. Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, that was just this year. I joined. It was Monterey Peninsula College's
Okay, yeah.
orchestra. So I take classes
Wow.
there, and I joined the orchestra.
That is
That's-
fantastic. I mean, my gosh, talk about like putting your musicality that you already work with when it comes to dance into,
Yes.
you know, another realm. That's great.
It does help a lot. I take tap with
Okay.
the dance center, and I mean, tap and the musicality,
Yeah.
getting all of that down really, really translates into ballet.
Well, you can pretty much just do anything then. I mean, basically, you've got it. I mean, she sings, she plays the cello, she's a beautiful dancer, and
Thank you.
I mean, you got it going on. That's going to be so great. I'm so glad. And you're only a freshman. This girl has years to come of such beautiful performances, trust me. I've seen her dance because I've been there for some of the rehearsals. Very good. Very good.
Thank you so
So,
much.
thank you so much, Cassia, for being with me here at Anton and Michelle's. Like I said, if you haven't been down here on Ocean, it's not on Ocean. I think I said that already before. It's actually on Mission. It's
Yes.
Mission. Yeah,
I believe so.
it's on Mission. Anyway, it's in Carmel by the Sea on Mission, and it is such a beautiful restaurant. It's incredible here. The food, the staff, the ambiance it doesn't get any better than this. It's just gorgeous. But come out to the Nutcracker on December 3rd through 5th. at the Sunset Center, you will see Cassia perform her beautiful reed pipe, and along with her other characters that she's going to be portraying. This is going to be very exciting. So we hope to see you there at the Nutcracker. Thank you again.
Thank you.